And as you get your bearings and you're looking down at your feet and you can see your feet and feel your feet, looking down at your feet, tell me, are you wearing anything on those feet?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So as you're getting your bearings now, I want you to connect with that body that you have moved into now. And I just want you to feel with the energy of that body. And just your first impression, and tell me, do you feel that you have a female energy or a male energy? Do you feel that you're male or female?
Female.
You're female. And I want you to just look at your hands. Are these working hands?
No.
Not working hands. And as I talk to you, you'll be able to just have a knowing of what you're wearing. How are you dressed? Just take a look at your clothes as an observer of the scene and describe to me what you're wearing.
Like a long dress.
What colour is that dress there?
I want to say green, but more gold green.
Gold green, how wonderful. And if you could see yourself, if you knew, how old do you feel? Are you 2, are you 10, are you 40?
20s-ish, I'd say.
You're in your
Hard to
20s.
tell, yeah.
You're in your 20s, very good.
My hands look young.
And tell me, what do they call you in that life? Listen, and you'll hear your name being called. Hear it now.
Isabel?
Isabel. Good evening, Isabel. Thank you for coming and working with us today and allowing us to share your life with you. Isabel, I want you to look around and tell me, are you inside or are you outside?
Outside.
You're outside. Do you feel it's daytime or night time?
Daytime.
Daytime. Do you feel that you're on your own there, Isabel, or are you with others? What do you sense?
Where I am, I'm on my own. But there are people.
So describe to me, what kind of ground are you standing on?
Grass.
You're on grass. So whereabouts are you? Are you by a hillside or is it meadows? Are you in a garden?
It's gardens, big gardens.
Big gardens.
Like, I can see hedges.
Hedges, yeah.
But perfect hedges.
I see.
Like they've been cut that way.
Yeah, almost manicured.
Yeah.
Very good. And I want you to now think, if you knew, what country do you feel that you're in? What's the first country that comes to mind?
France.
You're in France. And in a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead, you'll just see some numbers come to your mind, and that will be the year that you lived in France. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. What year is it there?
1861.
Okay, so Isabel, you live in France in 1861.
Yeah.
And whereabouts is your home, Isabel?
not sure.
Well, let's just visit your home. So as you leave these gardens, do you have to leave these gardens to go to your home, or is it close by? As you connect with the thought of going home.
Close by.
It's close by. So as you put one foot in front of the other, you go deeper and deeper into this story. You can feel this story unveiling in your mind's eye now, as all these memories are getting stronger and stronger. And I want you now to be standing outside of the place where you live. Be there now. And describe this place to me, Isabel.
Huge.
It's huge. Mm-hmm.
It's stone.
It's stone.
Lots of windows.
Mm-hmm.
Big door, like an arch door. And there's, like, turrets.
Turrets. And tell me, do you live in that house alone there?
No.
Mm-hmm. Who lives there with you? Isabel?
Lots of people.
Uh-huh. So, is that the place you live or you work?
I sleep here.
Mm-hmm. And are your family in that building there?
I don't know.
Well, let's see if we can go to that big arch door. As you get to that arch door, Isabel, tell me, do you push that door or do you pull that door to open it? Push. I want you to imagine now that your right hand is being raised and you're pushing that door open. And as you push that door open and step in, I want you to use all your senses and your imagination and bring that story to life and describe to me, what do you see there?
Marble.
Marble.
But I'm scared.
You're scared.
I feel panicky.
I want you to connect with that emotion, because you'll know why you're feeling panicky. Why is it that you panic when you go into that building? What is the memory?
Somebody's hurting me.
Okay.
I don't want to be there.
But before we go, knowing that you're in a protective bubble, free from any pain, fear or emotion, because you're just viewing the scene, this person that hurts you in that building, is it male or female?
Male.
Male, uh-huh. And this male person, who is he to you? What does he mean to you? Is
My
he?
husband.
Oh, he's your husband. Mm-hmm. What does your husband do for a trade?
Selling horses.
Mm-hmm. And how is your husband mean to you? Describe the kind of things that he does.
He strangled me.
He tried to strangle you?
Pushes me.
Mm-hmm. Totally free from any pain, fear or emotion. I want you to put a screen in front of you and your husband so he cannot actually get past that screen. You're totally protected. I want you to look into his eyes, and as you look into his eyes, tell me, what's his name in that life?
James.
James. As you look at James, tell me, what colour are his eyes?
Green.
Green. And I want you to look even closer now, because the eyes are the windows to the soul. Totally protected and detached. Just connect with those eyes being the windows to the soul. And mind to mind, spiritually communicate with that soul And tell me, has James been in her life today as a different person?
Yeah.
Who are they?
Ollie.
Ollie. Mhm. Let's tell me, does Isabel? Do you have any family with this James?
No.
No family. Mhm.
I feel like I'm spinning around in it. It's weird.
You're spinning round. Is that dancing or emotionally?
I'm not sure.
Mhm.
It's like one of them toys that you spin.
All right, I see. You feel like a spinning top.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, is that how you feel in that relationship? It makes you dizzy.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, tell me, Isabel, you live in France in 1861. Do you know your surname? What is your surname? Can you sound it out for me?
Francis.
Okay, Isabel Francis. Mhm. And what part of France, if you could see the map in front of you now, as you were looking at a map, would it be the north, the south, the east or the west, or in the middle?
Southeast.
Southeast. Very good. I'll be able to check that on Google later. So what I want you to do, Isabel, now, I want you to close that scene now we've got all that information. Just like you were drawing the curtains or flicking the switch of a remote control. That's right. And just allow your mind to drift and wander. And I want you to go forward in the same timeline to another significant time in that life when something is happening. Sometimes people go to a different life, but if you can, stay in the same timeline or just move on. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1, close that scene. Drifting, floating forward, drifting through time and space, all the way to your next significant moment in that life. Be there now. So, as you get your bearings, describe to me, where are you now, Isabel? How old are you?
It's just very light. I can't see anything. It's just bright.
Mm-hmm. And as you're in this brightness, does this brightness have a colour, Isabel?
Like a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, light yellow, not.
And I want you to connect with your body. And tell me, do you feel that you have a body?
No.
Mm-hmm. So now you haven't got a body. You can just go anywhere and be anything and do anything that you want, just with the power of your mind. So tell me, are you this yellow bright light? Or are you seeing a yellow bright light?
I'm moving through it. I don't think I am it.
Mm-hmm. So just feel yourself moving through this bright yellow energy. And as you're floating through this energy, describe to me, how do you feel? Does it feel good? Do you feel scared? Is it heavy?
Heavy, yes.
It's heavy.
It's heavy, but I feel light.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm flying very quickly, very easily. Zooming.
Yeah?
Almost.
Almost like you're shooting down a portal.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, keep following that now. And as you go with your mind now, zooming down this bright yellow energy, see yourself getting close to the end. And then when it stops, tell me what you see. What do you imagine is there? Where do you find yourself?
Can't describe it. It's magical.
Uh-huh. This magical place, does it have any colours?
Blues, purples,
Mm-hmm.
kind of green, but not really green.
And feel the energy in this place. How does this energy make you feel there?
Calm.
Mm-hmm. Calm. And as you're now just getting your feelings and your thoughts together and adjusting to the atmosphere there, tell me, do you feel that you're alone there, or do you feel that there are others around? Just have a sense, and then knowing. You don't have to see them, you can just sense.
I want to say alone.
You're alone. And you'll know why you go alone to this particular area. What does this place do for you? What's the first thing that comes to you?
Reset.
Oh, it's to reset. So, is this the place that you go to after you've had a life?
No.
So why are you there to have a reset this time round? What's happening?
I've completed my mission.
You've completed your mission. And what mission was that? Was it a past life, or was it a different mission?
It was different. I had a task.
Very interesting. This task, did it involve coming down to Earth, or were you going somewhere else? You'll know.
Yeah, coming to Earth.
And what was the purpose of that task?
To help.
And do you feel that you did well in that task?
No.
Is that why she's back again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spongy.
It's a very spongy atmosphere, is it?
Yeah, like for my feet. When I walk, it's. It don't feel real. It feels spongy.
And if you could see your body, just see an image and a silhouette of your body. Then, as you're telling me you're walking, are you small? Are you tall? Describe yourself to me.
I'm not sure, I can't work out the height, but I'm blue.
You're blue?
And my legs are very, very, very skinny. Like not human. I've only got 3 toes.
And you've got 3 toes? And is this your normal body?
No.
So why have you chosen to have that alien body there on that planet?
Because it matches.
Oh, because it matches. So you can adapt to a body for each different planet?
Yeah.
How interesting. Look around and tell me, are there any other souls around you there? Are you near your soul group?
I don't think so.
I'd like to travel to your soul group. So let's just go to your soul group with your mind. Drifting and floating now. Just feel yourself with your mind telepathically transporting you now towards your soul group. 3, 2 and 1. Be there now. This soul group, is it inside or is it outside?
Outside.
It's outside. Now describe to me, what would you imagine is around there? Is it daytime? Is it night?
Night.
It's night time.
Lots of stars.
Stars,
Like the sky's black.
black sky. Very good. And if you knew how many souls are in your group?
5.
There's 5.
Two men, 3 women.
2 men, 3 women. Very good. And tell me, which one of these in this group do you feel more associated to than the rest? Just glance at them until you settle on one of them. Is it a male or a female?
Male.
A male. Ask him to step forward. What do you call that male soul?
Malum?
Malum.
Malum?
Malum.
Hard to say.
Ask Malum, what is the purpose of your soul group? What do you learn? What do you practice when you're up there?
Unconditional love.
Unconditioned love. Very good.
He's very tall.
He's tall. Is he also blue, or
No.
when you're with your soul group, if you knew, are you blue now or have you changed?
I've changed.
So what have you changed to? Describe to me.
I'm female.
You're female, and do you have a colour? Do you glow? Or are you just the way we are now?
Just like us.
Just like us.
But not me.
But not you. Well, now I've got that information, what I want to do is I want to close that scene. So thank them for working with us today as we close that scene and follow on our journey as we come to the healing part of the session. And now I'd like to be able to speak to your inner self, your higher self, your subconscious mind. Feel yourself stepping to one side of your body and allowing your inner self, your higher self, to step forward and use your voice. So when you're ready, good evening, inner self. Are you a male or a female energy?
Male.
And how long have you been with my client? Is it just this life or many lives? This life. So what is it about this life that she needs your support? What are you there for?
Learning.
Learning. Describe to me some of the things that you help her with. What kind of things do you help her with? Where do you guide her?
To a purpose.
And what is her purpose?
Healing.
Healing. I see.
Helping, healing.
Well, now that we've found her purpose, inner self, you say you're male. Do you have a name that I can call you today?
Jai.
Jai?
J-A-I.
J-A-I. Jai, did you volunteer for this role, or were you sent? You volunteered. Jai, I want to do a body scan now. So I want you to, with your X-ray vision, just start at the very top of the head, just as if you were scanning with a light beam down the body. And as you scan down the body, you'll be able to sense in different parts of the body where it's kind of out of line, where we might be able to work today. So starting at the top of the head now, just feel that beam of light starting at the scalp, going down the forehead, and down the jaw and the neck, onto the shoulders now, onto the torso and in that heart area, down and down into the tummy area, and the hips, all the way down the thighs and the knees, down to the ankles and the toes, and scan all the way back up. So tell me, Jai, where in the body can we work today? Just your first impression.
Third eye.
Third eye. Jai, tell me what's happening with the third eye.
It's blocked.
It's blocked. And what's the purpose of it being blocked, Jai? What reason is it being blocked?
Chaos.
Is this chaos in this world that she has around her?
Yeah.
And
Too much
chaos. How best can she avoid this chaos? What does she need to do?
Meditate.
Chaos. And meditate.
Step away.
Step away. I'll be sure to give her that message. So Jai, what I want you to do is I want you to step into that third eye there, that chakra, and I want you to see the handle that turns the wheel of that chakra. And as you see it now coming into play, see it into vision now, put your hand on that handle and begin to turn it clockwise. And as you turn it clockwise, feel that chakra beginning to turn nice and slow and steady. And now I want you to increase that and feel it going faster. Nice and gently there, and then speeding up. And tell me, what colour is the third eye?
Purple.
Purple. And as you speed this chakra up, you energise the colour there. And see the purple getting brighter and brighter, like an indigo purple, getting stronger and stronger. And as you turn this wheel, see yourself turning it faster and faster and faster, and watch it getting brighter and brighter, stronger and stronger and stronger, until all the fragments that have been blocking it begin to spin off it. It can't hold on any longer. Very good. Now I'm going to come now and I'm going to press on the third eye. Feel that now. Feel that energy going in. Brighter, brighter, stronger, stronger, faster, faster. And see all the blockages now just flicking off. See that off and tell me, how does your eye, third eye, look now?
Yellow.
Yellow. And is it good that it's yellow now?
Yeah.
Very good.
Doesn't hurt anymore.
It doesn't hurt anymore. And now that her third eye is clear, how is this going to help her? Is she going to be able to see things more clearly? Perspective. And I think she's putting things into perspective in her life now, isn't she? So Jai, I want you to look around at the body now and take another look and see if there's anything else in the body that we can work with. Just scan that body. A heart. Jai, go to the heart area and tell me, how does that heart feel as you connect with the emotion of that?
Tight.
It's tight. Jai, as it's feeling very tight, what's caused it to feel tight?
Pain.
Pain? Is that pain from this life or is it from a previous life? Both. Well, I want today to be able to collect all that pain now we've found it and release it so that she can actually use her unblocked third eye and gain her perspective. Are you ready for this to be released today?
Please.
So what I want to do is connect now. I'm going to connect with the heart area, and as I talk to you, just go in there, Jai, and collect all that pain and that tightness. Feel it coming up and up and up and up into my hand. Feel it drawing it up, just like you're pulling the weeds out of the garden. Feel it going up and up and up. And it's so easy now, and the more I talk, the weaker and weaker and weaker those memories are, so they have no choice but to just come completely, wow, into my hand. Very good. Have I got all the memories now? Well, I want to take that away from you, and I'm going to offer that up to the universe to be restored and replenished. Jai, what can we put in the heart today? Well, how can we fill this heart? Is there a colour or a word?
Green.
Green. Let's call on Archangel Raphael to come down. Archangel Raphael, the angel of healing and peace. I want you to feel your presence now as you pour in the wonderful ray, that green ray energy of new beginnings. And as you pour this liquid energy in, just allow it to soak into all those roots. That's right, very good. Going in, softening that area, soothing that area, totally healing that space. That's right. And I'm going to take on the forehead and seal that in. Take another look at the body and tell me, is there anything else in the body that we can work with? As you connect to see if there's anything from this life or a previous life that we can release today. Take a look at that body.
Lower back.
The lower back. Go down to the lower back. Down. And as you're travelling down there now, I want you to just immerse yourself in that energy and tell me, how does it feel in the lower back? Heavy? This heavy lower back feeling, is it from this life or is it from a previous life? Previous life. So what I want to do, Diane, I want to know about that previous life. So let's just connect with that life now. And as you connect with that thought, feel yourself drifting down a timeline, floating down, going all the way down to the roots of this past life memory. And you're nearly there now. 3, 2 and 1. Were you male or female in this past life?
No.
You were male?
Female.
You were female? So tell me what happened to you in that life.
Somebody stabbed me.
They stabbed you?
Back.
Stabbed you in the back?
On the left side.
On your left side. Do you know why they did that?
Dressed as a man.
You're a female, but you're dressed as a man?
Soldier. No, not soldier. Red coat.
Oh, see? So let's go back even further, back to just before that scene. So let's just reverse back, going back and back and back in time to just before you were at that scene. And you tell me you're a female in a red coat. And as the scene unfolds in slow motion now, describe to me what's happening. Are you inside or outside?
Inside.
You're inside.
Near the outside.
Near the outside. Were you going in or were you coming out of that building?
Trying to get out.
Trying to get out.
A servant.
You're a servant. And why were you trying to get out of that area?
I don't want to be there.
You didn't want to be there. What kind of place was it?
Castle.
It was a castle. Which country was this castle in?
I don't know where I am.
Do you feel it's a warm country or a cold country?
Medium.
It's medium. Do you feel that you're in Europe? Or that you're in Europe?
There's nothing around, it's just a castle, grounds, with a water around it.
And as you look at Europe on the map, what name comes to mind? Is it France? Is it Poland? Is it
Germany.
Germany? And what year is it there? Do you see some numbers come to your head now?
17.
17.
21.
1721. So what was your name in that life?
Adelaine.
Adelaine?
Adelaine.
So Adelaine, why were you trying to run away?
I don't belong there. It's not my home.
It's not your home?
No.
So why did you go to work there in the first place? What happened?
I didn't have a choice. I don't know how I got there. But I want to escape.
And is that what you were trying to do?
Yeah.
So as you see yourself there, totally detached, and you're an observer of the scene looking down now, that person behind you, was that male or female?
Male.
It was a male. Who is that person coming towards you?
God.
He's a god. Do you know the name of that god?
Loose.
Loose?
Loose. They call him Loose, but... Loose. That's all, just loose, yeah. All I can hear is loose.
And you tell me he stabbed you in the back? Take a good look at Loose. Look into his eyes now. He was doing his job there. But look into those eyes, the windows to the soul, and telepathically communicate to that soul and tell me, has Luce been working in her life today? And if so, who is he?
No.
So why does she hold on to this memory in her back? Because she's got a completely different life now. What symptoms does this cause her? Does she need to hold on to that memory any longer?
No.
Okay, so as I come forward now, I just want to raise your hand and go to your left back, and as I'm there connecting with your back, I'll just wait for this energy to connect with me. It's very heavy, isn't it? Yeah. So what I want you to do now, Jane, I want you to start collecting all this energy. And as I place my hand here, draw it up for me. Going in there now, slowly and steadily, pulling up those roots nice and steadily. That's right. Knowing that we need to collect all this memory so we can ease her back and she can be stronger. And the more I talk, just watch how all those roots start drifting and floating up and up and up into my hand. Very good. This is quite deep, isn't it? Go into the spine now. Go into the lower spine. Have you got roots in there? Start to bring it up now, nice and steady and gently. Knowing that all these memories now have a home and a place with Source. And have I got all those memories now? Bring them up and up and up. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to take those and I'm going to call on Archangel Gabriel, the messenger of love, to pass that up to the universe, and may the light of the universe always accompany it. So tell me, Jaya, what can we replace in this area now?
Warm.
Warm. If warm was a colour, what colour would
Yellow.
it? Yellow. So as I now put my hand there in here, I want you to feel the heat of a summer sun. And as you feel the heat of a summer sun, I want you to just imagine the rays of that summer sun just beaming down now from Source, and just beaming down like a ray, a rainbow ray, coming towards you now into your body. And feel how Source are filling you with that beautiful yellow, that crystal colour citrine of abundance and strength. And notice how the minute it connects with all your muscles, tissues and fibres, it instantly heals and soothes all this area, going around the back into the muscles, checking on those bones. And the more I talk, the more you need, the more you shall have. Just feel it pouring in, until you're completely full of strength and of abundance and control. Very good. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead and seal that in. So tell me now, have another look around the body to see if there's anything else we can work on, or shall we get to the questions? Done. So what I want to ask you, Jaya, is my client would like to know who her guides are. How many guides does she have? 2. Describe these guides to me. How do they show themselves? How do they present themselves to her? Are we to know?
No.
I thought so. Does she know when they're around? Can she sense them?
Yes.
What do these guides offer her?
Signs.
Signs. So does she see signs around her?
Yeah.
And she needs to observe the signs?
Yeah.
That's the message. And tell me about this thing with heights. As I connect with that word, heights, you're going to go back to that memory, and you're going to go all the way back to the source of that memory. 3, 2 and 1. Tell me about heights. Why has she got an issue with heights?
Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower. So tell me what happened at the Eiffel Tower.
I'm hanging off it.
You're hanging off it?
But not with a rope. Rope, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Something's attached.
Mm-hmm. Well, expand that view now so that you can see it clearly. Did you do this, or did someone else do this?
I did it.
You did it? So you decided to hang yourself from the Eiffel Tower?
No,
Are you male or female?
male.
You're male. What are you doing there?
I'm working.
You're working.
With a hat.
Mhm. And what happened for you to have that fear of heights? Did anything happen?
Someone cut my rope.
Someone cut your rope?
Mm.
And is that the last memory that you had in that life?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm falling.
You're falling? Well, let's just freeze that scene and let's go back. Let's go back to the moment just before your rope was cut. And you don't have to see with your eyes, you have a sense and you have a knowing. As you're there now on the Eiffel Tower, tell me, who was it that cut your rope?
My friend.
Your friend? Why did he do that?
Slept with his wife.
You slept with his wife, so it was revenge. Uh-huh. I want you to connect with the soul of your friend there and tell me, has that friend and that soul been working with her in this life today as well?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Boo.
Bo?
Boo.
Boo. Mhm. So that they can work the karma out. Is that what it's there
Yeah.
for this time round? Thank you. So where does she keep this memory of heights in her body?
My head.
The back of her head? Is it the lower back by the neck?
No.
It's at the top?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to come over there now. Place my hand there at the back of the head. Pass that memory to me now, because you don't need to hold that memory now. You know what your role is, do you? Now you know that that friend there is working with you today and you're working out that karma. You don't need to have that feeling there anymore. Have I got that memory now? I'm going to take that from you and offer that up and seal in. I want to ask about her lower back pain. I know that we've done some work on the lower back. Was it all to do with being stabbed in the back?
No.
What else was it to do with?
Yeah.
Fear? Let's go to that fear as we've done the back with the stabbing. Go to the fear and tell me, what is it that she fears?
No one loves me.
No one loves her. Why would she have that thought? Was that a past life memory?
No. Childhood.
Her childhood? How old was she when she thought no one loves her?
3.
She was 3 years old. I want you to see her as 3 years old now, as that child. And as I get closer to support you with love and comfort, as I place my hand on you now. As you see that 3-year-old child there now, what is it that she needs? A hug? Bend down and put your arms around her and give her a hug. And you now, as this grown woman, what would you want to say to that child?
I love you.
I love you. Pour in all that love to that child and keep pouring it into her heart and see how it ignites love into her soul and her heart. See how strong she is. It was just a thought she had as a child. And know that she survived to be the strong, beautiful, independent woman she is today. It was one of your lessons, and you achieved that lesson and you came out of it with great award. Take a look at that child, and now that you've filled her with love, tell me, how does she look? How does she feel now?
Smiling.
She's smiling.
Giggling.
She's smiling and giggling, yeah. She's confident and free again. So is this a message that she can now love?
Yeah.
Very good. So I want to ask another question about the ears. And as I mention that question, connect with that word and tell me what's going on with the ears there.
Listen.
Listen. Who's trying to get her to listen?
Pat.
Pat? Who is Pat?
Mama.
Mama. Do we have permission to speak to Mama?
Yeah.
So I'd like to invite Mama now to take her voice so that we can receive a message from you. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead, I'd like Mama to come forward. 3, 2 and 1. Good. So now we've had that connection with Mama and the ears. We're talking about the sleep, and she's not where she should be, and there's too much around her. Is that why she's getting these messages and this confusion and this sleep? So if we could direct her to do what is best for her, what would be the direction we would take?
Follow your heart.
Follow your heart. And what is her heart specifically? What does she want to do?
Help people.
Help people.
Children.
Children. So working with children?
Yeah.
How would she work with these children? Describe to me what kind of things that she would do.
Therapy.
Therapy. Will she be doing that here in the UK, or will she be... Describe this kind of therapy. What will she be doing?
Helping teenagers.
Helping teenagers. I see. Okay. So, is she preparing herself to make this move now?
Yes.
Thank you. I want to ask about her travel. What's going on there?
It's got to be done.
So who's going to be going on her travels with her? Is her mama going?
Yes.
And what's the purpose of her travelling then?
To meet people.
To meet people?
To find people.
Oh. So she's going to find people and signpost them to therapy?
One day.
If you could give her a message today, what message would you give her?
Stop worrying.
Stop worrying. Well, we've come to the end of the session now. Is there anything that I should have said or ought to have said? Or do you want to...
I love you.
I love you. That's the message to her, that you love her?
Yeah.
I'll be sure to give her that message. So now, Jai, thank you for working with me, but it will come to the end of the session. And what I want is for you to take a step back now and to allow her to feel that she's coming back into the room, into her body.